6 ways to manage your guilt. Some of us are cursed with this deep-seated feeling of guilt. Sometimes we might not even realize where it's stemming from or why we're feeling it. The truth is, guilt is a heavy burden to carry, and if you're not careful, it'll drag you down. We're here to tell you how you can manage your guilt in 6 simple ways. You might want to take notes. Number 6. Acknowledge it first. Hey, you don't have to hide how you're feeling. When discussing guilt, people often accuse someone in their lives of making them feel guilty and point the finger at the outsider. What if we told you that emotions don't force themselves onto you? They don't just happen to you. Your perspective, or how you perceive and interpret something, is what creates the experience, and eventually the guilt. Are you acknowledging it? Sometimes, guilt might be masked up by other things, like anxiety or trouble sleeping. It could be difficult to figure out what's actually troubling you if you don't acknowledge it. Realizing the situation and determining the approximate course of action can only be done by recognizing your guilt and admitting it exists. Number 5, you can't control how people react. We've all done it. We've all been hypervigilant of other people's moods and reactions, overextending ourselves to keep the peace. We are here to tell you to stop doing that from today and repeat after us. I don't control how anyone reacts. Newsflash, it isn't your job to manage other people's emotions, so stop feeling guilty about issues that you didn't create. Understanding how someone would feel in a particular circumstance and accepting responsibility for those feelings are 2 very different things. Don't stress over it. Even though you should always show respect, you're not in charge of controlling other people's emotions. Setting healthy boundaries means being honest about your expectations. It outlines the behaviors that you'll put up with from other people and the behaviors that they can expect from you. Having these boundaries in place can help you deal with others without feeling guilty. Number 4, notice what triggers you. Let's be real, we're all byproducts of our past. So it's up to you to accept responsibility for your own thoughts, feelings, and actions. Or not. Dynamics that were set up in earlier relationships or as kids may affect how you deal with things today. Even if you haven't done anything wrong, you could feel terribly guilty when someone accuses you, especially things you were criticized for as a child. Recognizing your triggers will help you better manage these kinds of situations and help you overcome them too. Number 3, identify your guilt. Did you know there's 2 types of guilt? Yep. Guilt that's healthy can be a useful teaching tool. It can act as an emotional warning sign that a thought or action is at odds with your ideals, allowing you the chance to correct your course. On the other hand, unhealthy guilt is a lot trickier. It can damage your self-esteem, making it difficult to establish trust and accomplish personal and professional objectives. While one is a blessing, the other is a cursed curse. Number 2, learn from your guilt. Look, you can't fix every problem, and you can lose a valuable friendship or a close relationship if you make some blunders. Such is life. Often, it seems impossible to break free from guilt coupled with sadness over someone or something you've lost. You must acknowledge the past before you can move past it. Looking back won't make the situation better. All you can do is heal from the situation, starting with a sincere apology. Make amends. Commit to changing and learning from your mistakes. Number 1, be kind to yourself. Even though sometimes guilt can spur you on to take a constructive action, it can also lead you to mistakenly link your actions to who you are as a person. It can have you thinking, I'm the worst human being on planet Earth. Come on, the fact that you feel guilt is proof that you're not. Try to keep in mind that even though your behavior may not have been the best, you're not defined by it. Don't beat yourself up and dwell on all the ways you've let others down. Surprise, surprise, the relationship between perfectionism and situational guilt has been proven through research. Know that you'll fall short if your idea of perfection is based on trying to please everyone all the time. Are your expectations reasonable? Can you let go of whatever pressures you've put on yourself? Also, realize that everyone makes mistakes now and again. It doesn't make you a bad person. Guilt can lead to some pretty harsh self-criticism. But rather than condemning yourself, consider what you'd say to a friend in the same situation. Now say that to yourself, because you deserve the same kindness. How do you deal with guilt? Let us know in the comments below, and stay tuned for the next video.